Welcome back everyone, I'm Plays Games, this is FTL, and it's time to continue with our Slug Mark A cruiser run. I left you at the end of Sector 1, we have timed it perfectly, we've arrived at the exit at exactly the same time as the enemy fleet has. We've got a drone system and a combat drone 1, we picked up a heavy laser along the way, and we also have a burst laser Mark 1 in cargo, and we rescued O'Regan from a fight. We've upgraded some of our systems and we're looking pretty good. So let's continue to the next sector. This is the sector map. We have just completed Sector 1. We have to get to Sector 8, where the final confrontation in the game occurs. As you see, we have branching paths. Purple are nebulas. Nebulas prevent your sensors from working, but that doesn't matter. We don't have sensors, and we have Slug crew members, so we can always see who's on board the enemy crew. So we do not have to be afraid of nebulas. Now, nebulas also slow down the enemy fleet, which is pursuing us, by half. So that means you can explore a lot of destinations in a nebula sector. But of course, you need to have enough fuel to do it, because every jump you make removes one fuel. I think what we're going to do, we're going to take this lower path, at least at the start. So we're going to go to the Zoltan controlled green ping, which is a civilian ping. Civilian pings have at least 3 stores on the map. Red pings are like more fights, but they also have at least 1 store. Nebulas will also have at least 1 store. So let's go to the Zoltan controlled one, and then we'll hit a nebula, and then I'll probably go up to this nebula, and then we can make a decision whether or not we want to do another nebula sector or a hostile sector, depending on how much fuel we have left after the nebula. So let's do it. Welcome to Sector 2. The Zoltan patrol their borders but let you pass when you ID as Federation. Let's hope they won't be so courteous to the rebels. Okay, let's have a look at the map. Ooh, nice. There's a couple of little nebula things here, but more interesting to me are these 2 distress calls. Now this map is pretty nasty. To get to the exit, we have to get here or here, which means we can't really come over here. If we do, we'd have to double back on ourselves, and that means going out here as fast as we can and then looping round. Yeah, not a very nice map, but we are going to do this distress call, and then we'll see if it gives us a quest and where that quest marker is. Then we'll make a decision about what we're going to do. As soon as you arrive at the distress signal, shots are fired across your ship. It's a trap. Right, let's continue. Okay, they have a little laser. Don't care. We've got 2 shield bubbles. They have a missile. Do care. That's going to hurt. So what we're going to do is depower the heavy laser, put the dual lasers on. We're going to depower our shields and put the breach bomb on. I want the dual lasers because I would quite like to keep their weapons completely broken. So instantly, I'm going to tell the breach bomb, as soon as you're ready to fire, fire on our weapons. The dual lasers will wait for the anti-bio beam to be ready before they fire. Hey, good. Bad. Oh, God damn. That missile did 2 damage and it's taken our weapons offline. But luckily, we've got an Engie, he's going to fix it up really quick. There we go, we can get the dual lasers back online now. Now, they're not charging 10% faster because it's not manned. Even though there's a man manning the station, he's actually repairing at the moment, he's not manning the computer. Now he is, now they'll go quicker. Okay, both the enemy crew are in their weapons room, this is great. That means you can dual laser it, hope that the first one takes the shield down, and then we can anti-bio beam them. Excellent. Then as soon as the breach bomb's ready, we're going to breach it, and hopefully they'll both run out of the room. Cool, kill the human. And the Rock's trying to repair the breach, and he's still trying to do that. All of our weapons are ready, so dual lasers in the weapons room. Anti-bio beam, that's the win. There are no more life signs remaining on the ship. You stripped our useful materials. Big score here. We get 1 more fuel, 1 more drone part, 40 more scrap. A, because this is an enhanced loot drop from killing all the crew, and B, because we're in Sector 2, the rewards in every sector go up. So 40 is good. And a hull smasher laser. Hull Smasher laser, very similar to the burst laser in that it does 2 shots and requires 2 power. But Hull Smasher lasers also, as well as having a chance to set fires, they can also do breaches, and they do double damage on empty rooms. So Hull lasers are really rather nasty weapons. So we'll keep that in our cargo. We may very well fit that at some point in the future, but if we want to use it, we're going to have to upgrade our weapon system. Okay, 41 scrap. Do we want to spend that on anything? I don't think so. Just depower the engines to double power the medbay to get O'Regan fixed up. There he is. Engines maxed, shields maxed. We did not get a quest, so let's do this next distress signal. I don't think I want to spend any of our scrap. I just want to kind of hoard it. It would be nice to have more power bars so we can have all the weapons and all the defences on at the same time. We'll get there. The distress signal is coming from a small space station orbiting an uninhabited planet. Their satellite defense system has gone haywire, and their repair crew can't approach without being fired on. They're looking for help to fix or disable it. We can just walk away, or we can try and help them. Promise to help. Right, now we have a rundown of our options. Look, our first blue option. Option 1 is simply fire on the defense system and blow it up. Or option 2, because we have an NG, and NG are really good at repairing things, he can remotely repair it. So let's remotely repair it. Your crew member is able to remotely fix a glitch in the defense AI, allowing the repair crew to close in and finish the job. The station gives you its thanks along with a reward of 2 more fuel, 2 more missiles, and 36 more scrap. Lovely. Again, no quest. So I think what we're going to do now is jump backwards to this one, so we can maximise a number of pings before we have to get here and go up to the exit. And we're not going to come down here at all. There are a few more zealous in our customs checks in the Zoltan. A team of border police beam on board. There's just a little confusion over your weapons licenses, but things escalate rapidly from heated discussion to gunfire. Intruders on board. Okay, let's pause. This is a lot, and we have been boarded by 4 Zoltans. The problem with fighting Zoltans in close combat is that when Zoltans die, they explode and do a small amount of area of effect damage. So fighting Zoltans, you can kill yourself. So we have a boarding crew. Luckily, 2 of them are in medbay, 2 of them are in oxygen, and it looks like the 2 that are in oxygen are trying to break through into the medbay. This is about as good as we could have hoped for. What I'm going to do, I'm going to depower all of our weapons. We're not even going to think about the weapons. We need to take care of this boarding party. I'm going to put 2 bars into the medbay, and then both of these guys are going to come in here and fight them in the medbay. So we're getting constant double healing boost, and they are just getting killed. And whilst they're doing that, these guys are going to try and break down this door. Now let's identify the enemy ship's weapons. They have a burst laser Mark 1. I can tell that because this black line is slightly longer, so this does do 2 shots, and they have a mini beam, which means they can hurt us. 2 shots can put down our shields, and then a mini beam. So not great. And this is a new thing. This green bubble is a Zoltan shield. We have to first chip away at this health bar of the Zoltan shield before we can take down its normal shields. And Zoltan shields prevent bombs and missiles and teleporting. So we're going to have to put at least 1 power bar back into our dual lasers and get the dual lasers to start chipping away at the shield as we chip away at their boarding crew. I just hope this works. Okay, one of their weapons things missed. That's good. Okay, one of their guys escaped the medbay and he's shooting at our weapons. That's okay. We're only actually using 1 of our weapons bars at the moment. We'll clean him up after the other 3 are dead. This guy's firing randomly at our guys, but we're out healing them. We'll see how much area of effect damage they do. a decent amount, but not enough. Good, this guy's come back in the med bay. We can close the door, seal him in. Weapons are no longer under fire. Let's shoot at them. Take down the last vestiges of their ion shield. I'm going to put that fire out after this guy's dead. Right, he's dead. Let's get in here. Dual lasers are ready. Let's try and smash the weapons. As long as we take one of them off, we're fine. Good. Oh, that was intense. I can hear a fire. We're on fire somewhere. Let's just vent everything into space that I can't see. Okay, everyone back to your normal rooms. Let's turn off the med bay and turn on the bio beam. They have no med bay, so they can't heal themselves. We'll open that door as well. We know there's not a fire here because we were just in these rooms. Right, dual lasers. Hit the weapons. One missed. One put the shields down. I'm fine with that. One more shot like that and we'll win. I'm not hearing the fire anymore, so I'm going to use the hotkeys to close the door. That is X. Bio beam's nearly ready again. This will be the win. In the piloting. Shields are down. Bio beam. That's the win. Wow. You find a weapon system on a ship with no crew to stop you. You can install it on your own. We get 17 scrap and a hull missile. These two seem to have taken some damage, so we'll just heal them up. Send them back. Put the power back where it should be. Okay, our cargo's getting quite full. This is a hull missile. It takes 17 seconds to fire. It ignores 5 layers of shields. That's the shield piercing stat. It does 2 damage, but it does double damage on systemless rooms. So if we fire this at an empty room on an enemy ship, it will ignore their shields and do 4 damage to the hull of the enemy ship. Pretty nasty weapon. No store in sight, so we'll just push on. A Zoltan ship makes contact. The nature of the day is rotational. The fever is emaciated. The reason is they've caught some nasty deep space dementia. Before you can consider finding help for them, they open fire. Okay, this is a bit of a problem. They have a burst laser Mark II that fires 3 shots, and they have a bomb. The bomb will go straight through our shields. This thing will go straight through our shields because we only have 2 shield bubbles. They only have 2 crew, but they also have a Zoltan shield. So we're going to have to depower the anti-bio beam and power the heavy laser because we need to get through the shield as quick as we can. So lasers in the shields, lasers in the shields, and hope that they miss. 20% chance. No, well, the bomb missed, so that's something. And we heard a level up ping, and the piloting has gone green because Lee Tech has avoided 15 shots, so his piloting has gone up. Pipalook is lagging behind because for 5 of the misses, every time it misses, engines and piloting both get a rank, but Pipalook's been running around doing repairs and fighting people, so Lee Tech has always been in here, so he's got, someone has missed us, he's got some credit, and poor old Pipalook has not. Right, our weapons are nearly ready to go. What I'm going to do, dual lasers first and then heavy laser. Oh, damn. Well, we managed to take down their shields, but then the heavy laser missed and we didn't harm their weapons. I would really quite like to damage their weapon system with our lasers before we switch over to the anti-bio beam. We just need to take their weapons offline. Somehow. Anyhow. Right. Dual laser. Bomb. Good. Let's think about this. We want the anti-bio beam. We want the dual lasers. I'm going to breach their weapon system. Just to try and chase them out. Not quite. Looks like the crew are actually Zoltans. That's good, they've got reduced health. I think they only have 75 at the start. Right, both their weapons are still broken. dual lasers are ready to go. In the weapons room, please. Oh, this guy's running away. He knows what's coming. Ah, damn. Didn't hit this guy with the bio beam. That's rather annoying. We'll just leave him where he is. He's not going to have that fixed by the time the bio beam's ready to go. Again, dual lasers in the weapons. Bio beam in the face. Dead. With the crew dead, we get a stonking 5 fuel and 40 more scrap. Nice. There's no store nearby. Is there anything we can do with 134 scrap? Yes, there is. I'm going to go for the third shield bubble. It costs 100, but we're doing it, and I'm going to buy 1 power bar as well. So now, if we need to, we can indeed have 3 layers of shield. Because we're meeting enemies with more and more advanced weapons. Another new environmental danger. You arrive in an asteroid field and are greeted by a Zoltan guard. By attempting to access these closed mining fields, you are in violation of the Natural Mineral Protection Act. Your weaponry will be confiscated for processing. We don't have time for this. Right. Let's pause. We are in an asteroid belt. Every now and then, asteroids will fly in and they will hit our shields. Not good. But they will also fly in and hit the enemy shields. Pretty good. Every now and then, one of the asteroids will have a shield piercing 1 effect, so it will go straight through 1 layer of shield. Bad for us if we're being shot by multiple asteroids at the same time. Very bad for the enemy. They've only got 1 shield bubble. Their weapons are a heavy laser, which will do 2 damage if it gets to the shield, and a pike beam, which is a really, really long beam weapon. It can easily go all the way through 1 entire side of a ship, dealing 1 damage to each room it passes through, but of course it can get through any shield bubbles. Normally we'd be immune to this, but with the asteroids taking our shields down, they may damage us, so we need to depower the anti-bio beam, power up the heavy laser and the dual lasers. We need to strip off their shields and damage our weapons as soon as we can. Luckily, the asteroid belt is going to help us strip away their Zoltan shield, as indeed it is doing. Now I think I always want to try and get a crew kill, but I'm not sure how viable this is going to be. If we depower the heavy laser and 1 of our engines, we're only losing 3% evasion. We're only going down to 17 from 20. But we're maintaining 3 shields. Okay, I like that. That's good. Here come more asteroids. Right. Ah. Their shields are down right now, so I don't have to worry about finding our lasers. We can just biobeam them. Perfect. That's because, again, I don't actually want to cause damage to the enemy ship, which will cause the crew to run around and try and repair it. I want them to stay where they are. We could just... Yeah, why don't we do that? Why don't we just depower the lasers, max out the engines, so we get lots of misses, hopefully, and then wait for the anti-bio beam to charge, and then wait for an asteroid to put the shields down. Okay, let's make use of the environmental damage. This is it. This is the win. There we are. You find the weapon system on the ship with no crew to stop you. We take it. Another 13 scrap and a Hermes missiles. Now, because we're in an environmental danger, we cannot stop and upgrade our ship. We're going to have to move on before we can upgrade it. And wouldn't you know it, there's a store here. We're going straight to the store, because I know for a fact that we have a full cargo hold. We have 4 systems in our cargo. I don't want to do this ping and this ping, even though they might generate more scrap for us before we go to the store. If we find any more items, we won't be able to take them with us because our cargo hold is full. So let's go to the store now. The Zoltan are fascinated by other species and have set up something of an alien knick-knack shop here. Why not take a look? Oh, why not indeed? Oh, that's annoying. Right, let's take a look at these Hermes missiles. Very similar to the Hull missiles. Powers up slightly faster, but it does require 3 power but it does 3 normal damage. I think it's better than the hull missile, so we'll sell the hull missile. I do kind of want to hang on to the hull laser 1 and the burst laser 1 because they're going to become more useful later on in the game. Defense Drone Mark II, it fires faster than a Defense Drone Mark I. It can also shoot down incoming lasers, but I don't like Defense Drone Mark II. If an enemy has a laser and a missile and they both fire at the same time, it can shoot down the laser, which I wouldn't have cared about because it would hit our shields, and it will ignore the missile and the missile will hit us. So that's why I don't like Defense Drone Mark IIs. What I'm going to do, I'm going to sell our Combat Drone Mark I just to give us some more scrap, because I want to do some repairs because our hull is looking pretty bad. We'll just put ourselves back in the green, just like that. That's enough. We'll keep 60 scrap in case we find another store, and hope it has a Defense Drone 1, which will cost 50. Because Defense Drone 1s only shoot down missiles and asteroids. They can't shoot down bombs because bombs teleport. They don't shoot down lasers, but we don't care about lasers. That's what shields are there for. I don't like Defense Drone 2. A, because of what I just described, and B, because they require 3 power to use. Anti-personnel drones are pretty nice. They stay on board our ship and they just engage any enemy borders in close combat, but we have enough people to do that anyway. I'm not going to hire a person, I don't think we need them, so we just close. They'll have nothing else. We freed up 1 space here. Is there something else we can get rid of? Not really, not until we've upgraded the weapon system and power bars. Then we can get rid of the heavy laser and use the hull lasers. Let's just move on. 1, 2, 3. I think we can go here, 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 then out. Maximise the pings. Let's see. Was that wise or was it not? A light asteroid field is entering the atmosphere of a nearby planet. A fireworks show on a galactic scale. There's little for it but to take in the ambience and program your next jump. An empty ping where nothing happens. Oh, that's annoying. Bit of a waste of fuel. Okay, a rebel autonomous scout is exploring this beacon. You attempt to hide behind a nearby moon, but the ship finds you and begins its assault. Let's have a look what this thing has. No crew, so we don't need the anti-bio beam. So this is going to be dual laser, heavy laser. What we have here is an ion weapon. What these do, every time they hit a system, it will get a counter. It will remove 1 power bar for 4 seconds. You'll get this little counter and then it will go back on. If it hits shields, it will automatically do damage to the shield system. And they have a laser mark 1. So we have 3 layers of shield. The ion might take down 1. Because as we know, you need 2 active power bars to keep a shield bubble up. So if it does 1 ion damage to us, it will remove 1 power bar, thereby removing 1 shield bubble. And the little laser will hit one of the 2 remaining shield bubbles and will be immune. We'll just wait so I can show you what this looks like. It could be a heavy ion, which will do 2 ion damage. We'll soon find out. It did 2. This is going down, and as we saw, it had 2 ion damage. So it stacks the ion length. Missed that time. Again, I could sit here and just let Lee Tech and Pipalook get leveled up by them missing, but that's boring. So let's just shoot them and kill them. Again, we'll wait for both weapons to charge before we shoot, so that O'Regan gets 2 credits. He's on 36, now he's on 38, and that's an easy win. Ship explodes, leaving behind 2 missiles, 1 drone, and 24 scrap. Nice. We might have enough time to do that, and then get out. I don't want to risk it, so we're just going to go here and then exit. Like many areas in Zoltan space, the residents of this sector prepared well for galactic war. The military here seem to have given up reasoning with foreigners, preferring instead to attack on sight. Okay, let's have a look at their weapons. That's a little baby ion. That will do 1 against our shields. We don't care. That's a missile. That will go straight through our shields. We do care. So let's depower the shields, power up the breach bomb, use our lasers to chip away at the resultant shield, and then breach their weapons. And then we may switch over to anti-bio beam. Okay, we got hit, but only in an empty room. This is about as good as we could have hoped for. Laser, laser, bomb. Hey, double breach. The heavy laser caused a breach in that room, and then we bombed it, causing another breach. So I don't think they're going to be able to repair it by the time that all of our stuff is ready to go. All of our stuff being the heavy laser and the anti-bio beam. Again, I'm doing a heavy laser. All I want to do is take the shield down. I don't particularly want to damage anything else. But because we have one spare power bar, I'm going to have the breach bomb ready to go to knock the weapons back offline, even if they do somehow repair them. Because this one dude has to repair 2 hull breaches and then repair the weapons before the missile can come back online. And all that time, you'll be shooting them. He might even run out of this. Because it's got a double breach, it will probably be vented of oxygen already. And he's a Zoltan, he's hardly got any health to begin with, so he will probably run out of that room very quickly. Or maybe not. Yes, he has. In fact, we'll wait and see what this guy does. No, we won't. Hey, 2 dead Zoltans. Hooray for them having no health, and hooray for hull breaches venting the oxygen. There are no more life signs remaining on the ship. We strip it of 2 missiles, 1 drone part, and 23 more scrap. Nice. 108 scrap. Looks like we did have enough time to go here, here, and then out. But oh well, can't be helped. Is there anything we want to spend 108 scrap on? We need to keep 50 in reserve in case we find a defense drone 1 to purchase. So I'm going to put 50 into 2 more power bars so we can have all of our weapons and all of our engines and all of the shields on at once. And it looks like during that fight, Pipalook also ranked up to mid-power on engines. So evasion is not +5 now, it's +7, and our evasion has gone up to 24. It was 20, it's now 24, which means that we're going to rank up even faster because we're going to be generating more misses from the enemy ships, which means these 2 will very quickly get up to gold level. And that means our evasion should go up to something like 30, which is quite nice. Okay, you've arrived at the long-range beacon. When the FTL drive is charged, you can jump to the next sector. You come across an asteroid mining colony. They message you immediately saying, "Greetings, our supplies of mining explosives have run out ever since the rebels blockaded this system. Do you have any extra explosives?" We can give them 5 missiles and they will give us a random reward. And we have 13 missiles. We're not using the breach bomb all that much. If we give them 5, we'll have 8. I think we can get away with that. Let's do that. See what the random reward is. They give us 21 scrap. Okay, I'll take that. That's fine. Let's go to the next sector. Into this nebula. You've entered a sector thick with nebulas. You'll have to navigate on instinct. Let's go. Everything apart from these ones here are a nebula. When you jump to nebula pings, it slows down the enemy advance by half, so the enemy fleet will be crawling through here, giving us ample time to visit lots of places, which means hopefully lots of scrap. But again, we do only have 12 fuel, so we don't want to run out of fuel before we reach the end. You spot a rebel ship in the nebula ahead and stay off the radar. Do we try to engage? We can stay hidden, or we can prepare to chase them. I want to chase these guys because I can kind of see what their weapons are. You get disorientated in the nebula and lose your bearings completely. It takes some time to get back to the beacon. It's likely the fleet has time to advance closer to your position. Right, well, we didn't catch them, we didn't get into a nice fight, and it's doubled the distance of the rebel fleet. Doesn't matter. We're in a nebula, so it got halved and then doubled, so the net effect of that was nothing. Because they're not even on the screen. Well, you can just about see the curve of them here. So let's try and plan our way through here. If we come down here, there's quite a few pings. So here, 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 here. Or we can try and go up. But I think we'll go here, and then we'll go down. It's worrying that the rebels have penetrated so deep into uncharted space. even if it's only an unmanned craft. It arms its weapons. You should do the same. Okay, this is a beam drone. This will fly around and then try and draw little mini beams that can hit maybe 1 or 2 rooms, but they can't get through shields. Its only other weapon is a heavy laser 1 that can only get through 1 shield. We are invulnerable to this thing. Anti-bio beam won't do anything, so let's turn on the dual lasers and heavy laser combo. I'm not going to use the breach bomb. What we're going to try and do is break its piloting so its evasion goes down to 0. So dual laser, heavy laser. And what we heard there was a breach. So this is now permanently broken, so it always has 0 evasion. Good for us, bad for it. Let's smash the shields next. Boom. What a lovely easy fight. And then it doesn't matter what we shoot at, we're going to kill it. I like easy fights. The ship explodes, leaving behind 2 fuel, 1 drone part and 37 more scrap. Nice. No store in sight, but we can go backwards. We can't see anything. All we can do is wait for our FTL to charge. Damn it, an empty ping. That was a waste of fuel. Looks like we can go here and then back up and then here, and kind of diddle around up here. You arrive in a nebula and immediately receive a message from an unknown source. Prepare to be boarded. With the static from the nebula, there's no way to tell where they came from, but you hear shots fired on board the ship. Nothing to fight. 2 bad guys have boarded in the airlock. I'm going to put O'Regan in here to double up the strength of the doors. We're going to put O'Regan in here just in case they break through the doors. And so we can keep an eye on their health. Like, because they were in the airlock, it instantly vented out the oxygen. These guys are going to die. Okay, let's close the doors so we're not venting this room as well. And we'll just punch them to death. Turn the med bay on twice because we're going to need to heal up after the fight. The Slug one has fight first because NGs are terrible at fighting. But that was it. We got a little bit of close combat experience and nothing else from this ping. Little bit annoying. Onwards. Another automated scout. We can attack the automated ship to get into the station it's protecting, or we can not provoke it. Now I can see on the left hand side the muzzle of a missile launcher, but I think it will be okay. So let's attack it and get into the station. Beam drone can't get through the shields. This ignores the shields, don't care. I'm going to breach the weapons. And I'm going to laser the weapons as well until the weapons are broken. Breach bomb missed, lasers hit. We're just going to keep shooting at the weapons until I hear a breach. That's a breach. Weapons are gone. This is now an easy fight. Don't need the breach bomb. I'm just going to turn it off in case I misclick and accidentally spend one of our 7 remaining bombs. Let's go for the piloting now. Perfect. Breached it and destroyed it. Absolutely perfect. Then we'll do the shields. Reagan's getting close. And then we'll do the drones, and that'll be it. Easy fight. You salvage what you can from the ship, which is 32 scrap, and then we get to investigate the station it was guarding. And the station, nice. It was outfitted with drones. You find a functioning drone. We get 19 more scrap and a system repair drone. Now these things are really rather nice. They stay on board your ship, and when you power them up, they run around and they repair things even faster than an NG. But they do only have like 25 health, so they die really easy. This will be really good if we have a situation like we had before, when an entire room was full of fires and we couldn't get our people in to put the fires out and had to wait for the oxygen to run out. System repair drones don't care if there's no oxygen in a room, that will just go in there and put the fires out. Or if you're in a situation, for example, when the oxygen is being destroyed and for some reason no one can live long enough to fix the oxygen, system repair drone will fix it. So really nice things to have. Good find that. Do we need to spend any more power bars? I wouldn't mind spending another couple of power bars. Maybe one, just so we can turn on the system defense drone if we need to. And I think I'm going to finally put one into weapon control. And I'm going to put another one into engines as well. And another power bar. Remember, we need to keep 50 scrap because I really want to find and buy a defense drone 1. So it now means our evasion can go up as high as 29 if we think we need it. And now we also have the option of using more weapons. So we can use the breach bomb and the heavy laser and the dual lasers and the bio beam all at the same time. Or we can fit one of our weapons that requires 2. It might be a decent idea to replace the heavy laser with the hull laser, because then that's 4 shots. And these can do breaches as well. That may be a better choice. I think we'll go for that. We'll leave these 2 power bars spare, and then we can work out what we need to assign them to when we get into the next combat. Good job. Let's move on. A pirate ship arrives shortly after you. Judging from the fact it's attempting to avoid your ship, you assume it's a smuggler trying to stay away from the beacons. Let's attack him. You power up your weapons or move in to engage. Okay, they have a heavy laser 1, don't care. They have a missile, do care, because it ignores all the shields. They have a teleporter, and someone is on its way to board. And most annoyingly of all, they have a med bay, which is going to make getting the crew kill tricky, to say the least. Their guys jumped in here. How do we want to take care of this guy? I'm going to choke him out. I don't really care if he's smashing the drones system. We're not using any drones. All of our laser shots are going to have to go in our weapons to get rid of the missile. And then we'll have to figure out a way of probably going to use the breach bomb to keep their med bay down. Yeah, let's do that. I like that. We can turn our oxygen off, which will speed up the depletion of oxygen in this room. Good, the missile missed. This guy's trying to escape, so we can turn the oxygen back on. Turning the oxygen back on because this guy's escaping, which means that this is already empty of oxygen. I told you it went faster. Right, dual lasers. Hull laser in the med bay. Let's see if we can get smart. And then anti-bio beam. Cool, we killed the slug. Somehow the slug died from one shot of an anti-bio beam. Well, I'm not going to complain. He's dead. Their med bay's broken. This guy's slowly suffocating. Their missile launcher's offline. This guy's going to come through here. Dual lasers are ready. Med bay's back on. Don't care. Killed them. Wow, that went way easier than I thought it was going to. This ship is currently carrying information about the surrounding beacons. You download what you can to the ship's map and scrap the rest of the ship. We have 39 more scrap, and the whole of this map will have been revealed. And O'Regan finally fired 65 times, so he is now recharging the weapons 15% faster, which is lovely. So yes, now we know what every single ping on this map is. There is a store here, but it would take us 1, 2, 3 to get to it, and then in distress, and then this one, then the exit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, exit. But I think we've got time to do that because these are all nebula pings, so the enemy fleet is going to be moving slowly. So let's go for it. The yellow triangles means possible ship fight, so here we go. You notice a Mantis attack ship ducking between the clouds with swirling space stuff. It's hunting you. You try to get the jump and move into attack. A laser that does 2, don't care. Missile, do care. Keep the evasion up as high as we can. They've got a med bay again. Annoying. And they're boarding us with a Mantis. And it's gone into the med bay. So, we don't care about having 3 shield bubbles. We do care about a Mantis on board, so let's put all of our guys here. We're going to lose a little bit of evasion, but it can't really be helped. Okay, we're going to try and smash the weapons first. Wait for the anti-bio beam Dual lasers, hull laser in the weapons. Wow, this thing's got pretty big evasion. But, damn, we hit the weapons, but it turned off the laser and not the missile. But we did kill the guy that boarded us, so everyone can go back to where they should be and get our evasion up for the next time. Okay, we might be able to kill him here. Because lasers do damage to people as well, we do dual lasers here. If everything hits, the shield will go down, we'll take 3 laser blasts, and then the anti-bio beam. And if the lasers hit, it'll turn off the medbay. Perfect. No more life signs remaining. We get 3 fuel, 1 more missile, and 46 more scrap. Outstanding. Your ship emerges quite far away from the beacon. You see a rebel ship waiting nearby, undoubtedly stationed to look for you. We can attack the ship, or we can try and hide. Let's attack the ship. Okay, they have a heavy laser and a combat drone. We know that combat drones can, in rare cases, take down 2 shields, so let's bump ourselves back up to 3. They have a bomb of unknown origin, which is an annoyance, but we have 4 shots of laser and they only have 1 shield bubble. So we'll wait for the anti-bio beam to charge, then we'll fire everything at the weapons room, and then do an anti-bio beam. It's a small bomb. They've gone for the doors. They've caused 2 damage because small bombs do 2 damage. The doors are broken. Don't care. Let's break their weapons. As soon as the shields go down, pause, get out the anti-bio beam. Cool. Kill the guy that was manning their weapons. And their weapons are broken. I may not fire the hull laser again, because I don't want to cause too much hull damage to them. I just want to put the shields down so I can anti-bio beam them. Like so. Perfect. And again, we'll just wait. Hey! Another level up. And Lee Tech is now fully trained in piloting. So our evasion has gone up by another 10%. So it's 32% now, which is lovely. Come on, bio beam. Dual laser. Bio beam. Ooh, this guy's got lots of health. Oh yeah, we didn't hit him before. That's okay. Bio beam will be ready before he's fixed his bomb and his bomb's recharged. There we go. Dual laser. Bio beam. That's the win. And we get 2 fuel, 2 missiles, and 43 more scrap. And Reagan needs to go and fix the doors. Because he's an NG, he's doing it pretty quick. Nice. And finally, we're going to be at the store. Defense Drone 1, cross your fingers. Say a prayer. Some brave entrepreneurs set up a station here to attract elements from the nebula. There seems to be a public shipyard and rest stop here as well. Okay, we have 2 tabs. Damn, just people. Sensors, crew teleporter. Scrap recovery arm is good. This increases our scrap gain from any source by 10%. Now, obviously, the earlier you buy this in the game, the sooner it's going to pay for itself. So I'm very tempted to buy that. And I'm very tempted to buy the crew teleporter. That would only leave us 40 scrap, but that's not a big problem because we know we've uncovered everything on this map and there are no more stores. So we don't have to worry about finding another store and not having 50 scrap to buy the drone we want. That's what I'm going to do. Buy that. Fix yourselves back up into the green. You don't have to fully repair because there are some events which give you repairs. You just need to be in the green and you're okay. We don't have enough money left to buy any more people, even though Wai Shing would be quite good because he comes half-trained green at fisticuffs. We could sell the heavy laser. Yeah, let's sell that. Now we've got 57, that's fine. Okay, pretty good. Let's close these doors. This is our crew teleporter, and this is our crew teleporter here. This has quite a long cooldown. This has, at the minute, a 20-second cooldown, and 20 seconds is an eternity. So we could, if we wanted, put O'Regan in piloting and then send over Lee Tech and Pipalock with our teleporter, and they would have 20 seconds to fight the enemy and then be teleported back on here for health repairs. However, 20 seconds is a really long time in FTL. I'd much rather have it on like at least level 1, so it was 15 seconds. The 10-second one is just a luxury. But we do now have the option of boarding the ship and fighting them hand to hand instead of just killing them with the anti-bio beam. Why would you do this? So you can dictate where the fighting is happening. Because the anti-bio beam doesn't distract the enemies in the same way that someone being physically aboard their ship will do. So if they're, for instance, repairing something, we can run on to the ship and prevent them from repairing it by fighting them in that room. Or we can abuse the fact that the enemies are completely obsessed with their shield room. If anyone is in their shield room, or if the shield room takes damage, they always prioritise that. So say, for instance, we've broken their medbay, but they've got people in the medbay fixing it, and don't want them to fix it. And we've been relying on our lasers to do that, but that might actually destroy the hull, and then we wouldn't get the crew kill. So we would teleport people on board their shields, and everyone who was fixing the medbay would panic and run into the shield room, leaving the medbay broken. So that's why I bought that. So let's move on, try and do this distress signal, and see if we can go here and then exit, or if we've got enough time to come round and back and do another 3 pings. This is not a nebula, so the enemy fleet is going to get a full advancement. We're going to have to go straight for the exit. Once you arrive at the location of the distress call, a civilian ship hails you. Thanks for responding to our beacon. Our FTL navigation has gone haywire and we cannot plot a course to the nearest depot to get fixed. Could you please lead us there? We can decline, or we can lead them to the destination. You don't have to protect these guys, they're just kind of following along behind us, so let's lead them to the destination. Take this bit of scrap as a down payment. We'll use your jump signatures to follow you. You're really helping us out here, and we have a quest marker, the first one of the run, and they give us 16 scrap. So, where do they want us to take them? Just here. But I don't think we're going to do this quest, because that would mean going here, then here, then here, then the exit, and the enemy fleet is already near the exit. So, we're not going to do that quest. Doesn't matter. There are no penalties for abandoning a quest. So, we got 16 scrap from this, and then we're just going to have to leave. This could have spawned here or here, but unfortunately it's too far away. So, we're just going to come down here and then get to the exit. Because no matter what the reward for taking them to the quest was, it was not worth fighting our way through the entire enemy fleet. Navigating the fog blind, you practically bump hulls with a mantis ship. They hail you. Pah, this transgression will be overlooked. Nebula, very dangerous. Next time, humans all die. So we can say, okay, sorry for bumping into you, but we're going to leave. Or we can fight them. Let's do the fun path. Let's have a fight. Okay, they have a little piddly laser that does 1 shield bubble of damage. Don't care. They have a teleporter and a mantis who's teleporting on board. He's trying to get into the door room, so we'll just vent it to space, which means he's probably going to try and run into the med bay. Which means we're going to want our people here, because we don't care about how fast our weapons or evasion are, because they can't hurt us. Come on. Oxygen out. Okay, he's trying to get into the weapons room. Let's just let him in and then close all the doors. And have a bit of fisticuffs with this guy. I could try and destroy their teleporter. That might have been a smart move. What I'm gonna do is laser and try and destroy the medbay and then kill this mantis and biobeam both mantises. That looks good. And we breached it. Killed the mantis and breached it. In fact, no, don't heal. Get back on station. We need the weapons to recharge fast. That's an NG that's repairing their systems. Well, that's good. The NG's repaired the hull breach. And I knew that because we knew that we hit this mantis with the biobeam. So this mantis was on 40 health. And the only reason the mantis was not helping the NG fix the hull breach was because it was vented of oxygen. So we know that the NG fixed the hull breach because now there was enough oxygen for the half-dead Mantis to come in and help him. So, come on, anti-bio beam. Okay, they've half repaired that, but we don't really care. They're probably all going to die anyway because of bio beam. Perfect. With the crew dead, we get 4 fuel and 47 scrap. Nice. Now O'Regan can go and heal himself. Nice little fight that. And if you notice, that 47 scrap did indeed get increased by another 4.7 because of our 10% boosting scrap recovery arm. The problem with the scrap recovery arm is that it says, like for instance, you've been awarded 47 scrap. It doesn't actually take that into account, so it doesn't display what you actually get. We actually get 10% more than we're told we get, which is nice. Right, let's depower that, repower this, and move on. The long-range beacon is almost hidden within the nebula. When the FTL drive is charged, you can jump to the next sector. And no more fights or interesting events. And that is the end of this episode. We've done really rather well. We've replaced the heavy laser with a hull laser. We've got a system repair drone, scrap recovery arm, so we're going to be earning 10% more. And we got a crew teleporter. Things are looking pretty good. We still have not got a defense drone Mark 1. I would quite like it. I would also quite like to increase the weapons by another 1, so we can use all of our weapons, including the breach bomb. The breach bomb is good for emergencies. Like if the enemy is about to warp out, we can breach and destroy their piloting, hopefully. Or if somehow they fix up something else, it's just another good way of just being able to instantly damage something. And more power bars would almost be welcome, but I'm going to save the scrap, see if we can't find a store. So come back and see how we get on in Sector 4. Until then, do look after yourself, and I'll speak to you again soon.